Fuck us!
Guys, that never gets old. Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. What's going on, everybody? You know what it is. It is Friday. How do you know it's Friday? Because I'm doing a damn live stream. That's how you know. Welcome to everybody all up in here. Appreciate you. I'll give a few minutes for it to populate before we get down to business. Let me see. There it is. All right, good. So you see the thumbnail. That is a fake logo made by Clay Travis for his WNBA team that I think he's serious about starting. And he says it will be 100% Ku Klux Klans members. Loke for Life says hotter than F outside. Well, I don't know where you are, man, but here we're looking at today it's supposed to be 104, so a little on the cooler side, but right now it's only 94, but 104, and then we got hundreds until Monday, and then we dip back down into the 90s. But on Sunday my son has this jamboree and it's going to be a crisp 105, so I'm looking forward to that. And I have to do volunteer hours. If you got kids in tackle football, or maybe they do in other ones too, you have volunteer hours you have to do. So we got 6 hours to do. I think I'll do 2, and then I'll make my daughter do the other 4, because you can have siblings do the hours for you as well. I like that. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Diesel already saying fucking absolute nonsense. This is what you call projection right here. He's saying my 49ers are going to be 0-17, and he's a Raider fan. So there you go. There you go. There's the projection. And it's funny you say that, because this is the cup I'm using today. There it is. 49ers. Bam. And I hardly ever use this cup. But like I said, it's projection. It's jealousy, because he is a Raider fan. And if you wonder, where was losing born? It was born wherever the Raiders were. Oakland, LA, fucking down there in Vegas. Who knows? They're homeless. The NFL's first homeless team. But there's the Raiders. You never saw that at no damn Dollar Tree. Get out of here. Stop the lies. But we got a lot of shit to get to today. Some infuriating shit, some funny shit. I brought back Good Gun. Sandra Martinez, what's up? She says, is this all about basketball? No, this is not all about basketball, but that's the logo that Clay Travis created for his team in Tennessee, the Memphis Balls. And he said that everybody on the staff is going to be trans. All the players are going to be trans. And he said that they're probably going to have a few games where the other team doesn't even score a point. Because when you have a bunch of dudes, not just dudes playing girls in sports, but we're talking about world-class pro athletes. Like, these girls are going to get stomped the fuck out. We know that. So, that's, and wouldn't you love to see that? Wouldn't you pay for that? I mean, I wouldn't pay for to watch a WNBA game ever. I don't know if you could, like, if I were walking past a WNBA arena and I had nothing to do for the next 3 to 4 hours, and I mean nothing else to do, that includes like washing my car, reading a phone book. If all those things, I couldn't do them, I had nothing else to do. Here's one. Maybe if I were out of town, by myself without my family, and I happen to be walking by a WNBA arena, and somebody said, we will give you $100 to go watch that shit, I'd think about it. But then I would say, no, let me make sure there are no timeshare seminars that I could watch before I go in there and watch that. If there were no timeshare seminars, because if you've ever been to one of those, that's the closest you ever get to hell without going. And then I'd be like, all right, I'll take the $100 and I'll go watch WNBA game. That's the only way I'd watch one. But if the planets align and that happened, yeah, I go check it out. But if we're talking Ku Klux trans based dudes dressed as women playing the WNBA, yeah, I'd watch that shit. That would be the first 200-point game, and not on both sides combined. I mean, 200 points scored by one team. HM Landis, hope I'm saying that right. Jericho, my dude, what up? Hey, what's up? Thanks for being here. DC4L86 says, I'm just ready for February so I can see the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. And we've officially moved on to the fantasy portion of the live stream. Here it is. I'm not even going to try to say that. 6988. Cowboys will never win another Super Bowl until you move on from Jerry Jones. True. But he's the owner. Everybody's scared. They're scared. None the Miser, what up, man? He said WNBA. We never bother attending. And that goes for the W's. What about the women? Yes, Queen. Shouldn't the arena be packed with ladies? Shouldn't it just smell of, various perfumes? Shouldn't there just be, just handbags on the, women always sit their purse on the floor. Shouldn't the floor just rows and rows just have purses? It should be girl power up in there. How come it's not, I am woman, hear me roar, numbers too big to ignore, every fucking WNBA game? How come the ladies aren't out there supporting the ladies? I'll tell you why. Because a lady's biggest enemy is another lady. I'm learning that. You don't see it so much, unless you got a woman that likes drama, but you don't see it so much when adult women, like my wife, I don't see her dealing with the cattiness that my daughter deals with. My daughter's going into her freshman year of high school, and this has been since junior high. It was all gravy, up until 6th grade. So dads of daughters out there, moms too. If you got your first one going into junior high, or you got a daughter, she'll be fine until 6th grade. And then one morning she's going to wake up, oh, get out of my room, And then girls I was talking to my neighbor about this the other day, girls that they stay the night at your house, they're coming with you to dinner, they're going here, they're going there, besties, BFFs, selfies with the duck lips and all that shit. You hear them giggling and laughing in the room. She's always coming over. Cool. She got a bestie for life. You want to see your kid have their bestie for life. You probably have a bestie you've had your whole life. I do. A couple of them. And then, where's so-and-so? So, I don't know. But that's the unfortunate part, the cattiness of women. But what an opportunity. Men ain't shit. They pick the bear over us, right? We're so dangerous, they don't even want to go out in the woods with us. So how come the arenas aren't packed with the Goyles? I'll tell you why. Because women don't fucking like sports, by and large. There's some women, I'm one of the guys. My dad, we used to go to the baseball game. Cool. Good for you. But overwhelmingly, women could give a shit about sports. If I ask my wife right now, name another football team, she probably, maybe she could, maybe she couldn't. She'd know the 49ers because she knows I'm a fan. But that's it. She don't give a life. Don't give a fuck about sports. If our kids aren't playing it, or if it's not some part of a date night. One time we went to a San Jose Giants game. Jericho, that's San Francisco Giants. No, this is like their farm league. It was great. The stadium was great. Good ballpark food and shit. The players were great. I mean, the players are like right here from being pros, so it was great quality. But if it's not part of some kind of date night, and you better believe that she's not excited to go to the sporting event, she's just excited to have a date night. My wife, man, get out of here. You know, you see those things online or something, you'll see somebody post a video and they'll put up a logo of a team, no words, just a logo, to some woman who doesn't like sports, and they'll be like, and they'll guess something fucking crazy. That's my wife. She don't give a half a shit about sports. So I think that explains why women don't support women's sports. Because women don't give a fuck about sports. Duh. It's just earth-shattering information. But anyway, we get to Mr. Clay Travis. He made a great offer to a WNBA team, which makes sense because it makes great business sense because the money they stand to gain from this endeavor with Clay Travis is $3 million more than they make. The payroll for the WNBA, or for the what's her name? Their name, the Aces, I think, the reigning WNBA champs. He's offering them more money than their entire payroll. So why wouldn't you take that? With $3 million worth of gravy? Huh? Let me know in the comments what you guys could do with an extra $3 million. Probably a thing or two, right? So great opportunity for the WNBA from Clay Travis. He offered them $10 million. The payroll for the Las Vegas Aces, the reigning WNBA champs, is just over $7 million. There are NBA players, excuse me, take the W out of here, get out of here. There are NBA players who make that in a month, maybe even a game. Their car collection's worth more than the entire payroll for the WNBA champs. Are they going to take it? He offered him $10 million to play a game. What did Wayne tell? What was that girl's name? Was it Tracy? No, it wasn't Tracy. Was it the crazy girl in Wayne's World? If you're not careful, Wayne, you're going to lose me. What's her name? Remember when she got him a gun rack? And he said, I don't even own a gun, let alone many that would necessitate an entire rack. All these women have to do is play a game against a high school boys team. He said he would offer them $10 million to play one game against the high school boys team, and their whole payroll, staff included, guys. I'm not talking about just the players. Oh, you thought I was just talking about the players. Oh, you want to talk about moms. What movie is that from? You thought I was just talking about the players. No. I'm talking about the entire staff, included coaches, assistant coaches, maybe the person who squirts Gatorade in their mouth. Whoever's on the staff, the front office. Boy, I bet that's a tiny front office. Or it's probably a big front office, so they feel like they're an NBA team. Anyway, no. $7 million is for the entire staff and the entire roster of players. He's offering them $10 million. Now, I know I went to public school. You probably did too. But 10 is 3 more than 7, correct? Are they going to do it? But you're talking, he's probably going to assemble like one of those McDonald's teams. Like every year McDonald's sponsors like the best high school players in the country. Thank you, Dr. Manhattan. White chicks. Stacy, thank you, None. I knew you'd come through, None the Miser. Chevy. I'm just going to say Chevy because even with the S in front, you still say Chevy. She said more than double their salary for the year. Count me in, right? What's the problem? And you're right too, Chevy. White chicks. What a beautiful chocolate man. Now, see, I'm going to digress for a second. Talking about race and the differences in race and making racial jokes is nothing new. What is the saying? There's nothing new under the sun. It's been done. It's been done for decades. That movie, White Chicks, classic, hilarious. I'm sure we could all sit here and just go back and forth with quotes from that movie. Making my way downtown. Come on. Classic. Put that in the time capsule to be opened by almond-eyed aliens 1,000 years from now. What were the humans watching? You gotta see White Chicks. The thing is, it can be done well. It can be executed properly with precision and comedy genius, or you can hand it over to some half-shaven, septum-pierced, fat lesbian with a dishwasher full of dildos on the top shelf where there should be glasses and bowls. You put it in their hands, they're not coming at it from a place of, I want people to laugh. I want people to laugh so hard that they're holding their stomach and they're crying. No, they're coming to it from a place of, Dad, fuck you and your conservative views. I hate you, Dad. You didn't hug me enough. You wish you had a boy. Whatever the fuck. That's what they're coming. They're coming from it from an angle of, you have to feel my pain. I'm in charge now. The rabbit has the gun. I'm going to show you nerds. Blah, blah, blah. Oscar Gonzalez, what up, man? So it can be done well in the right hands with the right motivation being what the fan wants. What the viewer wants. Make me laugh. Entertain me. As long as that is your goal, everybody wins. I'm entertained. I give money. You get rich. Blah, blah, blah. But I guess they're tired of being rich. But it can be done well, damn it. Hollywood, start doing it well. Well, I don't know how. There are 50,000 blueprints, movies just like this. You can go, oh, copy and paste. Yeah, you idiot. But will the WNBA, will the Las Vegas Aces take a $10 million payday to get their fucking asses whooped? You know. They're going to get all those AAU children of NBA players, probably go to the hood, get a couple Shardera-Quavians who can jump out of the fucking gym. They're going to get some of them cold-ass white kids who can play too. The best black and white high school players from around the country, from around the United States, would stomp a fucking 200-point mud hole in the ass of the Las Vegas Aces. You probably didn't even know the name of the Las Vegas WNBA team until I said it. And that's okay. Because nobody knows them. How? Come on. There'll be nothing but shiesties, braids, and rap music coming from actually both locker rooms. All those fucking set it off Queen Latifah lesbians in the WNBA. You wouldn't know which locker room it was, actually. But they would be, all them high school boys would be in there listening to that garbage ass fucking rap they listen to. Whatever young people listen to is garbage to those of us over 35. That's just the way it is. So they'd be listening to their fucking mumble rap garbage, getting all hyped up. They would come out there and fuck those girls. Oh, they'd fuck them up. I guess I should have finished that sentence. They'll fuck those girls. They won't do that either. But they curb stomp. What's the world record for the most people getting curb stomped at once? I don't know, but these boys would put it to the test. They would go for the record because they would curb stomp an entire basketball team. They would curb stomp the life out of a WNBA team. Tumbleweed, what up? Authentically Kennedy, what up? Hello, mom. What's up, mother of two? What are your cute little kids up to right now? Are one of them sleeping? Do they sleep at the same time? Is one up, one down? They both go down? I'm sure that's interesting because kids do have their own schedule sometimes, especially when they're so teeny tiny. But no, you're good. I was just kind of still in the preamble. But Clay Travis offered $10 million to the WNBA's Las Vegas Aces, the reigning champs of the WNBA. He offered them $10 million to take on a high school boys basketball team. And That $10 million is extra sweet because the entire payroll, staff included, for the Las Vegas Aces is only $7 million. Stand to make a $3 million profit, and that probably be the first time the WNBA made a profit. So get it, girls. Here's something you already know. File this under no shit. White liberals are the worst. They're the worst. And anytime I come across a video like this, I'm gonna highlight it because it's the epitome of the white liberal, the white progressive. It's not their fault. They have a food desert. Those motherfuckers. The actually believe all women, the upspeak. Actually, I choose the bear. Those fucking idiots. But their superpower. You know, people would ask you, dude, would you rather be able to see through things? Do you want invisibility, to fly? Their superpower is, the Negro. It's not their fault because of Jim Crow and their lack of nutrition and slavery. Ugh. The way they come to the rescue of the downtrodden Negro is truly their superpower. Leave them alone. Never leave Brittany alone. Leave the Negro alone. It's not their fault. But whenever I see one of these motherfuckers, whenever I see one of them doing this, I gotta talk about it, and we will. But they're the worst. Correctional officers are effed in the A. Bend over. Hopefully they spit on that nightstick before they stick it in your little stinker, because I'm going to show you a video, the training video for the latest crop of correctional officers. And if you plan on getting locked up in this area and going to prison, now's the time. Because when they put these clowns on shift, when you're looking out the bars at them, I'm getting your cell, sir. Ugh. These are correctional. They're supposed to keep the animals in the cage. They're supposed to keep the bad guys inside. Okay, you tell me. Don't listen to my words. Believe your eyeballs when I show you the video. I was like, what? What? Oh, people. And there's a French Ku Klux Trans member who was out there balling. This fool is like a bodybuilder. No shit, for real. Like a bodybuilder, 6'3", looked to be about 230, maybe 240. A load, as they say. Tearing women in France the fuck up. Women in France haven't been fucked like this since the GI showed up in World War II and liberated the French. Because there's a whole bunch of half black, half white American French babies that came after the war. Yeah, I got your wee right here. Thank you. Yeah, we liberated you. Liberate this. Okay. So French women haven't been fucking banged since the GI showed up in 42, but they are getting crushed by this dude. But this is what they want. This is the dumb girl brain. This is dumb, oh my God, inclusivity, and everybody should have everything all the time whenever they want it. That's not possible. Sometimes you got to hear no. Sometimes you need a door slammed in your face. And when that door leads to the WNBA and you got a dick in between your legs, that door needs to be slammed in your face. But the dumb chicks, no, let them in. No. Open the door. Yes, come into the hen house, Fox. Come in here. Oh my God, it's so cold out there. Are you okay? He's like, I'm a fox, right? Oh, yeah, well, it's okay. You want to be one of us. You have a dress on. Come in here, Fox. Yeah, but I'm still a fox. Okay. And then Asian officer, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name. It was like, his first name is T-O-U. T-O-U. I only see that when I accidentally hit the T instead of a Y when I'm trying to write U and I'm texting. Tao, I don't know. But the Asian officer, who was unfortunate enough to be on the scene of the George Floyd debacle, when George Floyd was getting his sainthood, he's out and he's talking. And he's leaning heavily on his faith. And he says that's what got him through his prison stint. and he takes a little jab at the Minneapolis government, local government, the city government, mayor and whatnot, chief of police. I like that. And I'm glad he's out there. I'm glad he's showing his face. I'm glad he's living his life, and I'm glad he's doing his thing, because he never should have been put in prison. Neither should have Derek Chauvin. That was fucking nonsense. But they had to hang that albatross around somebody's neck, and it wasn't going to be any of the people in charge. Also, if you're in the New York City area, and the other day you look down at your glass of whatever you had to drink, water or whatever, and you saw the vibration like in Jurassic Park with the T-Rex, like you see the vibrations in the water. If that happened to you, it wasn't an earthquake, because you guys don't have earthquakes on the East Coast. That was Rosie O'Donnell. She's back. That's right. Rosie O'Donnell is back, and she's coming back to the View. Oh my goodness. It's been confined. And I know what you're thinking, Jericho. How did she make the streets of New York quake from Ireland? Because that's where she fucking moved to. Moved to fucking Ireland. She did. She's like, eating vagina. If Trump becomes president, I'm out of here. And she did. She left. She was in Ireland looking like shit. Oh, why do they leave America? Are they getting too far away from their adrenochrome supply? Because Rosie O'Donnell crossed the pond and looked worse somehow, and so did Ellen DeGeneres. I was like, what the fuck? Is she preparing for her role as Nosferatu? And fucking ears. She was all sucked in and sallow and gaunt. I'm like, ew, is there something in the American food supply that keeps you somewhat vibrant? Now, I wouldn't call them vibrant, but compared to what they look like when they go overseas, hot damn. Who is letting you put that face in their fucking clam? Ooh, ladies, how do you look down at that? All you lesbians out there, how do you spread those gams and look down and see that face about to go to town? What does that do? Wouldn't that dry things up a bit? Ew, fellas, could you imagine you're about to be filleted and you look down and Rosie O'Donnell or Ellen DeGeneres' face is looking up at you? They look like the guy who chose the wrong cup at the end of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. He chose poorly. I mean, hot diggity damn. Whew. Whatever. Ladies, they're ladies. I know you're watching. If you can stare down the barrel of that and still get moist, whew, you tough. You talk about compartmentalizing. Ooh, man, what is that? What is that, velvet? And like I mentioned before, you have WNBA players and coaches who are welcoming this. They're saying, yes, we're okay with trans women playing. You mean dudes? Yes, we're okay. So what happens when they go out there and they're reverse 360 windmill dunking in your face? Then what? Then what are you going to start bitching about? Then because the girls are, I want the ball. He's not going to give the ball to you. You're not going to make it. You think Angel Reese is going to get her 2,800 rebounds a season with some Ku Klux trans dude stuffing his wang into those basketball shorts, just destroying them? Come on. Then what? Because then you're going to bitch and complain, oh, I wanted this, but now I have it and I don't want it. Remember, these are chicks. And I don't mean to be sexist, ladies. You know what I'm talking about. They're so fucking stupid. Why are you welcoming? You are literally opening the door and rolling out the red carpet for your demise. You are inviting. Remember, the vampires, they can't come in unless you invite them. Haven't you ever seen Lost Boys? And you're saying, oh, yeah, come on in. Yeah, drain me of my blood. Kill me. Kill my career. Take away my livelihood and take over. And it's your fault. Forget it. They don't even need a Trojan horse. No. They'd be opening. If these chicks were alive back then and they were running shit and the Trojan horse shows up, they'd be like, no, come on out. No, soldiers. No, open the belly. Yeah, come on out. No, it's cool. Come on in. You don't need to hide. We're stupid. We know you're here to kill us. Sit down, have a seat. What are you guys doing? What are you feeling? What are you thinking? Where do you want to go to eat? I don't even know where I'm going to eat. And then it's like, ugh. And Trump is still hilarious. Somebody asked him why we're helping out the Japanese yen. And he's like, look, they're good people. Japanese love the people. Their eyes are closed, but they're watching. And he said, hey, man, we're going to help them out. We're able to. And Japan's always been cool with us, except for Pearl Harbor. That wasn't cool. Every opportunity he gets, he brings up Pearl Harbor, and I love it. I think that shit is hilarious because remember he was talking to, was it the Japanese prime minister, president, whatever they got? Man, I don't give a shit. President, prime minister, whatever. And he was like, what did he say? Oh, because they wanted to know why he didn't tell everybody before he went in there and started fucking up Iran. And he was like, I'm not going to tell the Japanese. Why didn't you guys tell us about Pearl Harbor? He was joking. I just like that he brings that shit up every chance he gets. That's so funny to me. He's like, except for Pearl Harbor, you sneaky little bastards. None of my says there's a reason Ellen is a spokesman for a makeup company. Is that makeup company Bondo? Because that's the only thing that can cover that kind of ugly. I don't care what kind of foundation you got. Unless that shit is Bondo, it ain't gonna work. Authentically Kennedy says, here with my little newborn, happy Friday to us. Where's the other one? Where's Big Brother? Is he rolling with Pop somewhere? It's a good place to be. Fuse the whole team. Thank you for being here. Oscar Gonzalez says, Rosie O'Donnell back from the self-imposed exile. What? Yeah, she's back. And you know life fucking sucks over there. It's probably cloudy all the time. She can't go out and tan her fucking hind parts and scare the locals. They talk their shit. And I got to give her props for going. She did go, but was she even over there for a year? Maybe 2 years at the most? What happened, girl? You're supposed to stay over there and stand strong. 10 crusty toes down. Guess not. New Age Leper says, is this the free 2 o'clock vagina monologue? Yeah, that's right. Feminism is the future. Oscar says they found out about Nagasaki and Hiroshima. They sure did, man. They got fucked up. Some things are so nice, got to do them twice. Kennedy says Big Bro is hitting the reset button, aka napping. Oh, he's down for the count. Nice. So there's an eerie quietness about the home. When you got little kids like that and they're still in the napping age and they're down, it's like it's a quiet that is rare. Yeah, definitely not. Hunter Battisti says Enos Cancer Freedom declared his, her, they, them for the WNBA draft. I saw that shit. And why don't they invite him? Because him claiming to be trans so he can join the WNBA is just as silly as them saying, oh, we support trans women, and even saying trans women with a straight face. That's just as silly. He's not serious. He's not really going to do it. I wish he would, but he's not really going to. But it's just to call out the ridiculousness. What the fuck? You're inviting your replacement in? Because if we can get a bunch of Ku Klux trans members out there raining down threes and slam dunking, people would much more rather watch that than you. And then you'll see in a video, people think that women's sports is a joke. No, they don't. Especially those of us who have daughters who play sports, who've played sports in high school. You're there in the stands, the sidelines, whatever, cheering them on. You want to see them win. You want to see them do their best. Women's sports is not a joke. You saying that men dressed as women are real women, that's a joke. You saying that your female players are better than the male players, that's a joke. Women playing sports, not a joke. Women playing sports against other women, not a joke. girls playing sports against other girls, not a joke. But you saying just because he throws a piece of duct tape on his cack and balls to tape him back, and he grows his hair out and puts it in a ponytail, that's a girl now? And not only, ooh, here's the cherry on top, guys. Are you ready for the most silliest part of it all? Not only is that a girl, that's a beautiful girl. That's the new standard of beauty. If you believe that, you can get the fuck out of here. No, not just you. All your shit, gather it up, turn out the lights on your way out, and get all the way the fuck out of here. That's redonk. What? Not only is that a woman, but that's a beautiful woman. Shut your fucking mouth. That's a dude. Look at the jaw on that guy. Look at the hands on that motherfucker, the traps. Get out of here. That's a dude. And then, if you're a straight man and you don't want to bang that, oh, you're the asshole. You're a misogynist, you're homo, or what do they call it? Transphobic. Call me what you want. I got a strict one penis limit in the bedroom, in the boudoir. And I'm not breaking that rule for nobody. There's another dick in here? Turn on the lights. We need to find that other dick and get it out of here. Stop. Good Gun is back. Stephen A. Smith apologizes, I'm going to put that in air quotes, to Kyrie Irving for his little COVID craziness, for talking shit about Kyrie Irving and other athletes and people who didn't want, anybody really, anyone who didn't want to get the poke, the experimental mystery juice. You're this, you're that, you don't care, you're mean, you're evil. Just get it. And he even says, Stephen A. Smith even says in one of these clips, I didn't want to get it, but I did. Stop. Pause the tape right there. You didn't want to get it, then why did you get it? Someone else forced you to put something in your body. Well, if you'll let them stick you with a needle, put that in your body, what's to say next time, well, Stephen A., we're going in a different direction here, and if you want to keep making all this money, we're going to have to stick something in your butt. Jericho. Come on, that's ridiculous. That's too far-fetched. That's hyperbole, is it? You're going to put some foreign chemical that could kill you? A dick's not going to kill you. Depends on whose it is, I guess. If it's Freddie Mercury's dick, yeah, that'll kill you. But that ain't going to kill you. John Bernthal, Punisher. It's funny. You get a lot of these actors, and just remember, you guys, come with me. Let's harken back to the days before we knew what actors felt and thought all the time. But yeah, he plays the Punisher, and he's always playing this tough guy. He was in what was that with Ben Affleck, The Accountant. The first Accountant was awesome. The second one, that was stupid as fuck, and I don't know why they did that. But he plays the main character's younger brother. But he plays all these tough roles, Punisher and all that shit. And then he says, they go out and say some gay ass shit. What? Let's start with that. Yeah, that's right, Charles. He says, phobic is supposed to be when you're unjustified in fear. What is it called when you're fed up with BS? Well, it's not a phobia. It's a phobia is an irrational fear. No one has an irrational fear of Ku Klux Klan members. We just don't want you around our youngins. New Age Leper says, well, at least he apologized more than Fauci did. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah, he doesn't hold the power that Fauci did. No, but he was part of the admonishment crew. He was part of the finger waggers. He was a part of that. He was a part of the bully of the left. What do they call the enforcement arm of something? There have been famous groups, or infamous groups, I should say, in the past, who were the enforcement arm of certain entities, and they were to go out and push the message, toe the line, if you will, and sometimes violence, if that's what they thought was necessary. But you have like, what's that group? Everybody loves to throw this group because it likes to call people members of this group if they say something you don't agree with. Nasties? No, that's not it. Nazis? No. New Age leopard clothes, brown shirts, Nazis. That's it. Thanks. Yeah, the brown shirts, the SS, the guys that went out and kicked in the doors and shit like that. And then here in America, it's that other group. It's 3 letters, KK something. But they would wear like the Nazis. Am I saying it right? Nazi? They had their shirts were brown. But this group here in America, the KK somethings, their uniforms were white. No, the DNC, close. That's a department. I guess that would be like upper management to this group, the KK somethings. But anyway, they were the enforcement arm of the Nazi Party and the Democrat Party. Oh, the DNC you mentioned. Those were the enforcement departments. So I think Stephen A. Smith was kind of the part of the enforcement department of the whole sweet and sour sniffles pandemic, to make you feel bad, to browbeat you until you go and get the juice. But let's start. Let me see if I got that email. I got a clip. Bless America. Where is it? Let's see. Maybe I can find it. I'll just find the clip. Doesn't matter. Let's see if I can send it right now. But he's talking about Pitbulls. He says that people who... Here, I'll find it. Be faster that way. But if you guys have been here for any length of time, you know that I fucking hate Pitbulls. I just do. Whatever. You can't separate that from whatever reason you come here, then toodaloo, but can't fucking stand them, hate them. But he was on the Howard Stern show. He's another fucking leftist cuck piece of shit pussy. But it wasn't always like that. So that's where the sense of betrayal comes in, because he wasn't always like that. Howard Stern used to just be hilarious doing his shock jock thing in New York. But then he became like a progressive bitch. So here we go. I found it. So we'll share the screen. This is John Bernthal on Howard Stern talking about his pit.
End of the Pitbulls.
It's just racism. It's just dog racism. To be afraid of a breed of dog is completely ridiculous. It's like being afraid of somebody for their race or their sexual orientation. It's completely ridiculous. If a pit bull bites you, it's gonna suck, but they're no more likely to bite you than a Chihuahua or any other breed of dog.
I love that fucking stupid angle they use. You're more likely to get bit by a Chihuahua or any other breed. Guess what? That's like saying, oh, I'm going to shoot you with one of the Orby guns. It's the same as getting shot with a 45. No, it's not. A Chihuahua is 3 to 5 pounds max, unless it belongs to an older person who just feeds it human food and they're just a little fat meatball with legs. 3 to 5 pounds, maybe. That thing can bite me all day. That's a nuisance. A pit bull latches onto you, bites down, locks onto you. That's going to be a bit more of a fucked up day. And yeah, fuse the whole team. You're much more likely to die from a pit bull bite than a fucking Chihuahua bite. A Chihuahua, just kick your foot at it. A pit bull, that thing's going to shake you to death and rip your throat out. Pit bulls are a fucking nuisance. I think that we should borrow the ways of the UK and other countries and fucking ban them. They are a menace. 60 to 65% of lethal attacks are from one breed. But that's the owner? You mean no assholes own all the other breeds? No dumb assholes who don't train their dogs don't own other breeds? Kenny says, I've been bit by a pit bull at the beach. Random fucker ran up to us and bit me in the face. Man, that's one of my fears. She said, I still have the scar on my chin. It was scary as hell. That's one of my fears with my kids, more my son. My daughter's older. I mean, it could still happen. She's older. You know, she's just less likely to be around that, playing in the neighborhood, stuff like that. That's one of my fears. Because they're everywhere. Everybody's got a fucking pit bull. And you're, oh, it's never done that. I don't want to hear that shit once something happens. That's not going to put Pandora back in the fucking box because you feel bad or it's never happened before. That could have been terrible. Your face is right here. Your jugular vein is right here. Jugular is right here. I hope that thing was put down immediately. Deplorable Dinosaur says, if he said chow, it would have made more sense. Even still, yeah, chows are bigger. Chow could definitely do more damage than a poodle, or I mean a chihuahua, as he said. But I'd rather get bit by a chow than a fucking pit. Pits are designed to destroy and kill. Look at the muscular structure. Look at their jaw muscles. They're bred for that. Motherfuckers weren't getting pit bulls and teaching them how to fucking run off a dock and catch a frisbee like a lab or something. They're bred to fight and kill. They're built to kill. They're built to hold on to something until it dies. That's why you can beat them with a bat, kick them in the face, stab them, and they won't let go. That's great if we're out there hunting boar, but not if I'm going to get my mail. I would get my gun and I would shoot that dog dead and sleep like a bambino. Todd Adams says, I went on a call once with Pitbull, had a 2-year-old girl by her throat, shaking her to death. She looked like a rag doll that killed the dog, and the girl died. But no, they never do. It was so nice, and the kids would ride him and pull his ears, yeah, until they do, and they kill your 2-year-old. And what kind of scene is that for first responders to roll up on? Yeah, it goes out of their brain. They get that little red light that Will Smith had in Men in Black, and they go, and they just forget that stuff. They don't take it home with them. Kennedy says, and the owner ran off. It was so messed up at Pismo Beach during college graduation, so he took off into the crowd. What? I bet your dad wanted to get his hands on that piece of shit. I bet your dad wanted 2 minutes. What does Smokey say? Give me 3.5 minutes, maybe fuck. I bet your dad wanted a few minutes alone with that piece of shit. Yeah, Fuse, the whole team says, I usually don't want any animals around kids, in my opinion. New Age Leopard says, shove a stick or your thumb up the pit's ass and make it like, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know. I'd rather just. Vigilant Patriot says you fell off, cuzzo. What does that mean? Explain yourself. Explain yourself, Lucy. Yeah, man, that shit's fucked up. I hate pit bulls. They're a menace, and I wish they would all be banned. Steve Hilliard, what's up, man? He says, I knew someone who had a 3-year-old daughter taking a nap, went to check on her, and she was drugged outside by their pit. Oh, man. So, and what did that little girl do to piss that dog off? Laying there sleeping, looking like an angel. That's what she did. How dare that little girl lay there and look like a tiny little angel? And that, it's the owner. So what did the owner do? Let's take that stupid, it's the owner argument. So what did the owner do, aka the girl's mother, to make the dog take the girl, drag the girl outside and possibly kill her? Was the mom sitting there like with a fucking raw chicken, like shaking it in the dog's mouth, making it evil, making it angry and aggressive? Probably not. She probably treated the dog like 99% of everybody treats their dog, as part of the family. Feed it, pet it, walk it, play with it. Oh, what an asshole. That lady's a piece of shit. She made that dog do that. It was the owner. No, it wasn't. It was that fucking breed. Pitbulls are the niggas of the dog world. That's what they are. They need to be banished. They're the worst of the worst. When you see them coming, cross the street. How would you respond, pit bull lover or not? How are you going to respond if you see a loose pit bull walking across on the other side of the street? Are you going to keep going? Or are you going to keep your eye on that fucking dog and try to get to safety? What if you see a little chihuahua across the street? Since you're just as likely to get bit by one of those, what if you see a little chihuahua walking across the street loose with no owner? You're probably more likely to, come here, boy. Are you lost? You're not going to freak out. You probably won't even notice that little shit. You probably won't even notice that little 3-pound little rat walking across the street. You notice a loose pit bull. Kenny says, if you want a pit bull, just get a French bulldog. Same thing, just smaller and less lethal. Yeah. It's not a psycho murderous piece of shit. Call me cray. Fuse, the whole team says, where I'm from, it's actually illegal to shoot a dog, even if it's eating your cat or dog in your yard. You can only shoot them if they are eating your livestock, protected animals. I get it. But if I have it at my disposal, maybe not if it's chewing up my dog or something, or my cat. No, I don't have a cat, but I mean, yeah, I would still do something. I would still like grab the dog or hit it. Or if I had a pocket knife, I'd stab it. I'd still do something. I'd still try to kill that dog that was hurting my dog. But if it were my kid or something they had a hold to, if I could get there quicker, I'd get my gun up. I would smoke that pit bull. I would smoke that pit. Get out of here. Definitely not. Hunter Bautista says, Doggo Argentino are no joke, and even pits fear them. Yeah, those dogs are like taller, bigger pit bulls. Those dogs are like giant pit bulls. Man, these fucking demons we got here in America, make that thing like 2 feet taller. Those Argentinos are just fucking giant pit bulls. Fuck those dogs too. Those motherfuckers should be banned too. They're just bigger and more stronger fucking pit bulls. Anyway, enough about talking about that shit breed. But racism. John Bernthal says that's racism. Oh, okay. Equating animals with humans. Got it. Lorelei, is that how you say your name? That's a pretty name. That reminds me of a cartoon princess or something. Pits have a prey instinct like no other. Yeah. And we can't, no matter how many homes they're raised in and they're bred, blah, blah, blah. That's in them. It's in their DNA. That's who they are. Anyway, let's bring ourselves from the depths of that conversation. Kennedy says, I'm cool with my cat, and I can't even stand him most of the time. Yeah, but cats are just dicks. Like if you move an asshole into your house, somebody's just a jerk, that's a cat. Cats are like your rude uncle who doesn't sugarcoat anything. I remember my Uncle Frankie. This is him right here. I was like 6 or 7 years old, and I discovered this bone right here in your wrist that kind of sticks out. I was like, Uncle Frankie, look at this bone. He goes, and everybody has that shit. Dick. So yeah, that's what a cat is. A cat is your dickhead uncle. So everybody has that shit. Fucking asshole. Fucking asshole. All right. Brad Armstrong, welcome. Let's have a mixture of anger and laughter, shall we? Here we go. We'll do these next two. So, like I said before, white liberals are the worst. You already know that. But what's the latest indication of that? What's the latest example? This one right here. These are the ones I hate. When the white people, it's usually these black Israelite fucking racist idiots. And the white people who go up to them and kiss their fucking feet.
To the children of the slaves. There you go. Start with that boo right there over there. Right there. You ain't done. Let me tell you something. Black people, hold on. So let me ask you a question. You said you sorry for what your ancestors have done? You said you different from your ancestors. You said that you are not like them.
Yes, sir.
Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
All right.
People. There's no way in hell or on this green earth that I would ever get down on my fucking knees and kiss another man's foot. Roll Reggie? Huh? What in the fuck would make you get on your hands and your knees and kiss? Man. I would never. But that white liberal cuck, that beta bitch, I'm not bowing down to nobody. That's right, none the miser. He says they look like half of the village people. Whenever I see them, I always think of that old rap group, Africa Bombada. What's that? Jump on it. Bang, 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 bang. Tonto, jump on it. That's what I think of. I can't take anybody serious who has the frills hanging off of the sleeve like Steven Seagal when he went through his environmentalist phase, when he made Fire Down Below. If you got the tassels, what is it called? Like, yeah, you got the tassels. We can't have a serious conversation. You probably think Elvis is still alive. Huh? Man, get the fuck out of here. Carlos Love says, my Negro Jericho. What's going on in the hood? Happy Friday, sir. What up, man? Welcome. Come on in. Man, you want me to get down on my knees and do what? Yeah, okay, dog. Carlos says, Fire Down Below was really bad. I'll see your Fire Down Below and I'll raise you on deadly ground. Now, you want to talk bad? And then if that's not good enough, I'll finish him. I will finish you with Glimmer Man. Ooh, that's when you fly through the air in slow motion and the fight's over. Glimmer Man? There's just no way in hell. But that's the progressive. See, the white liberal, that's the cocoon. But they blossom into the progressive. The progressive, those are the ones who would get down on their knees and kiss a black man's foot because of slavery. These are also the progressive. Once they've graduated and spread their leftist wings into the full beauty of their progressivism, they're the ones who someone will say, white people say to black people, I am sorry for slavery. I am sorry for slavery. If you don't get the fuck away from me, bend down and do what? Stop it. Carlos says, what was the one with Steven Seagal and Ja Rule? I think that was half past dead or something like that. Yeah, when they went to prison. No, you're not ready for that. That's why I just gave you the Glimmer Man. You're not ready for the early 2000s Ja Rule DMX movies yet. Though that's a level of cringe that you got to ease your way into. You say Glimmer Man, I need to rewatch that one at your own peril. That's the one with Steven Seagal and Keenan Ivory Wayans. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Steve Hilliard says, Bob Seger fired down below? No. Far worse. Oh, man. And I think fire down below, matter of fact, I know, there's a country singer. It's not Trace Atkins. It's a super famous, like, A-list country singer from back in the day. I can see his face. I can see him actually singing that song in that stupid movie in my mind. I can't remember his name. Troy. I can't remember shit. If you know, let me know. But I'm talking A-list country singer at the time. Probably still is A-list. But he sang a song in Fire Down Below, and y'all ain't ready for that. But the foot kissing, what? You might as well just bend over and just let them start just putting random objects in your ass. Just whatever they come up, whatever they find. Hey, hand me that box of tissue. Whatever, throw it in there. Just bend over, spread your anus, and just let them put whatever they want in your ass. You might as well. What? Manhood? No. Unscrew those balls, somehow remove your scrotum, and give them to somebody who had a bad scrotum accident and they need a scrotum transplant. Was it Travis Tritt? Might have been Travis Tritt. It might have been him. Man. Manhood? No. Take your scrotum and, like, somebody who had a bad scrotum accident, they need a scrotum transplant. Doc, quick, we got a scrotum. The guy just detached it. He kisses black people's feet to apologize for slavery. Oh yeah, man. He don't need those balls. Take them off. Give them to this guy. This guy had a tragic scrotum accident while he was hunting. He needs a new scrotum. To give him that, guys, because he's not using them. He's not using them. And Roland Martin, oh my goodness, that guy. You talk about a weak victim. It's a shivering, simpering, crying pile of shit. Huh? Man, if you don't get that, you're not a man. You are officially a lady. If something happens and we live in a post-apocalyptic world, you are going to stay at the camp with the women, like making stuff and wrapping things in leaves and trying to find. I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what the women do. I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be out on the hunting party. You're going to be back there with the women, and then you're going to have your mouth and ass waiting when the men come back. Because you're not a man, you got to be a woman. There's only two genders, right? If you're not a man, you got to be a woman. And no man is going to get down on his hands and knees and kiss another man's fucking feet. Talk to me, Goose. I don't see that happening. A woman might do that, but a man wouldn't do that. So he can't be a man. He did it, so he cannot be a female. Can't. You guys want to see more liberal pussies? Okay. You want to see another liberal progressive push get what he deserves? Coming right up. This guy right here, I labeled this video in my little clip thing here, KO candidate. This guy is a candidate for Congress somewhere. I don't even know. It doesn't even matter because he probably won't get voted in after this. But he's on a beach. They're in Hawaii. And he's getting mouthy and aggressive with these people. He's acting like an entitled he acts like the kind of person who says, do you know who my dad is? Just an entitled bitch who thinks nothing's going to happen to him. So it tells me he didn't spend a lot of time in the private sector working or being around regular everyday people who aren't going to put up with your bullshit. He's probably a rich kid raised with a lot of people around him saying, yes, sir. And I don't know. I don't know anything about him. I don't even know his name. Actually, I think his name's on here, but it's some weird fucking name. It's not even an American name. So it's probably like first generation, some shit. I don't know. Doesn't matter. The point is, this dude ran his mouth, got aggressive, was insulting to this man's woman. Matter of fact, he approached her in an aggressive manner, and the guy had just put on his melatonin gloves because he tapped his chin and he went to sleep. Now, before I show you another video clip of who this guy reminds me of, I'm going to let you tell me in the comments who this guy looks like, all right? But here we go, the KO candidate.
It's over. He's a child. Let's go.
Oh, shit!
Chair thrower.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Yeah. What you fucking about, Holly boy? Yeah? Try to stay right here. You done? You done? Huh? You done?
Hey, come up to him and say, put your bag away, bro. Put your bag away. I told him if he wants to go to the hospital, come here. It is over.
You see him acting like a tough guy with his little nut huggers on. He wound up for 72 hours with that chair. That dude, you could almost see the guy go, really? And he said, go to sleep, dog. Knocked his ass out. Luckily, he was a cool guy. You can tell he didn't want to. The guy kept telling him, hey, it's over, it's over. And you saw at the end how he was getting aggressive. If you want to go to the hospital, come over here. Walking up on people. The lady was like, hey, back up, back up, back up. Move, 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 go, go, go. Like, what? Just like he, back home, when he wasn't on vacation, he probably like tied a sweater around his neck. Just a douche. A douche. He probably treats his girlfriend like shit. He's probably a verbally abusive asshole who treats her like shit, treats everybody like shit. His ass got put to sleep. And the guy, brother, watch your fucking mouth, brother. Fucking Moana woke his ass up. Hey. And he was doing like that knocked out shit that people do, like reaching, trying to grab his leg. Shit. You good, brother? You know, whenever I hear people talk like that with that accent, Pacific Islanders, I guess, you know, Hawaiians, Tongans, Samoans, it reminds me of this guy that I used to work with. And shout out to LePetty. I'm talking a great guy, just a guy you'd want as your neighbor, as your coworker, in the foxhole with you, just a good stand-up, hard-working guy. I would always tease, I guess you call us teasing him, but I always tell him, LePetty, you remind me, you guys remember that scene in Terminator 2 where they break into the, they broke Sarah Connor out of the insane asylum and they escape. They have the shootout with the T-1000 and they go into this, they find this car garage and Arnold fucking rips the door off, breaks the lock, and they go inside and they spend the night inside of this car garage, this mechanic shop. And so Terminator is standing guard and you see him standing there in the window with a shotgun over his shoulder, and the shot is from behind and you see it's dark outside, and then you see the sun come up and he never moved. He just stood guard there. And I tell LePetty that, I say, LePetty, that's you. Because every time we come to work, LePetty was there. I was like, LePetty, do you just stand here? You just stand outside the door in front of the store, staring inside of the store until it opens, and then you just go to work? He was just that guy. LePetty, he worked. He was a machine. LePetty was a fucking machine. You give him a task, he's going to chew right through it, no problem. So he grew up, he was born and raised in Tonga, so he had that accent. Hey, brother. He talked like that. But he was like a rugby star back home. Dude, just solid. Like, wasn't Ben Grimm, The Thing? Just solid, brick, thick, stout dude. And he's older. He's probably 10 years. No, more than that, because his nephew's the same age as me. So he's probably like 20 years, 20, 25 years. Nah, Petty's not that old, is he? I don't know. At least 15 years older than us. And he played rugby back in the day. And somehow, I think his nephew, shout out to Sione, he brought, I think, a picture. He had a picture on his phone or something. And he had the big old Tom Selleck mustache, a little afro. And he had, like, you know, the short shorts back in the 70s and 80s, but his legs were, like, you know, ripped up. Dude was just like fucking Bolo Young, just swole up. And he was, like, sitting, I think, on a tree branch, just sitting on there. Somebody snapped a picture. And he goes, yeah, we used to hunt wild boar. I get up in the tree and I jump out on the boar with a machete. What? Lil Petty would jump on the back of a wild boar with a machete and kill it. Now, Lil Petty wasn't born in the early 1800s before, or whenever, when we have the blunderbuss. He wasn't born before firearms. I'm sure they had firearms on the island of Tonga that he could have gotten his hands on, but no. Lil Petty jumped out of a tree on the back of a wild boar with a machete. I don't know if they make people like him anymore. I don't know if Lil Petty was even meant to escape from Tonga. Maybe they were like, we can't let him get out. I don't know. But I know this. Lil Petty was a fucking machine. And a great dude. Nicest dude in the world. Christian dude, always went to church. I remember we went by his church to go trick-or-treating one year, or trunk-or-treating. Marilee, what's up? Man. So when I hear that voice, hey, brother, that reminds me of Lil Petty all the time. And I'm sure if Lil Petty hit that dude, he probably would have died. Because I think Lil Petty's hands were made. What's a stone that's found on the island of Tonga? Fucking obsidian or something? His hands. This dude was the toughest. Man. Like, if something fell over, just call Lil Petty. Is it a car? It doesn't matter what it is. He'll turn it over. A pallet fell over. Lil Petty will just he'll just turn it over. Shout out. Next time I go down there where we used to live in Monterey, I got to find Lil Petty and say what's up to him and take him out to lunch. Great fucking dude. But Lil Petty, you could have dropped him in any century. And the farther you want to go back, the better. No firearms, no weapons, just whatever you can find, no problem. I don't know if you heard me. Lil Petty used to jump out of a tree onto the back of a wild boar with a machete. Case closed. So good to see that progressive, that candidate get KO'd. What a bitch. What a bitch. Yo, look at this shit. All right. Now you're thinking to yourself, when we lock prisoners up, it's safe. We're safe. They're locked away. There are people there. There are guards there going to and fro, making sure the bad guys stay with the bad. Oh, hold on. Wait. Let me go back. Stop. Almost forgot. So this guy, let me show you him one more time. And you tell me. Hold on. Let me see. Chevy says, are we sure he's not the girlfriend? He probably is. He probably is. I'm sure when his girl pegs him, he doesn't even get on all fours. He probably gets on his back and missionary and holds his legs up behind his knees. Probably sounds like that. But anyway, let me show you him again real quick. What, I shouldn't say actor. I guess I could. Actor / character does he look like?
It's over.
He's a child. Oh, shit.
Chair thrower.
Myself, bro.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Who does that dude look like? Oh man, he put that fool, brother. Oh man. Yeah, bro, man, dude, I'm telling you, that dude's Moana. That dude, he's been rowing across the bay all his life. All right, this is who I think that guy looks like.
You'll cry and beg. You'll scream. Oh yeah, you'll scream! You big fat ugly cow! You'll scream!
That's what he looks like, the dude from Sin City. Fuck's wrong with that dude? He's lucky that the guy didn't keep going to town on him. He's lucky that dude didn't just boom, boom, boom. He could have sat down on his chest, man, and just fucking changed the way he looks. That dude wouldn't have been able to open his iPhone with face recognition. The phone would be like, you have one more chance. It's me, bro. You have one more chance. Could you imagine? And Moana just sat on his chest and just, oh, man, come on. Like, man, hand me a bun, because your face is fucking hamburger. Oh, man. Fucked homeboy up. Oh, that was so funny. Okay, one more funny one, and then we'll get cereal. Okay, but check this out. Okay, prisoners, guards, watching them, making sure they stay in there, taking care of any issues. Bad guys stay in here. Public stays out there. Well, here's the next crop. Now, they had a song playing in there. That's why I didn't have the sound, because I didn't want to get no copyright. Can you imagine this video getting demonetized for that shit? What the fuck was that? What was that? You're thinking SNL skit? No. That was a real academy. Number one, none of those dudes look like they should be in law enforcement on any level. Those are like fucking nerds. They look like they were just in their mom's basement playing COD an hour ago. And prisoners, do you know how savage a prison is? The savages that are inside the prison. All those guards are going to do is get beat up and fucked. That's all. Looks aren't everything. Can't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes you can judge a book by its cover, and those books look like Harry Potter books. Some of those guys talk like this. Get back in your cell, inmate. Stop it. That's contraband. What? And female correctional officers is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my life. In a male prison. Female prison should be all female guards. Male prisons, all male guards. Why? Somebody, class, why should you not have males and females mixing in a prison environment? Anybody? Anybody know why you shouldn't have females guarding males and males guarding females? Because they're going to bang each other. And if you have some man who's in prison for rape, what do you think he's going to do to a female guard if he has the opportunity? He's gonna fucking rape her because he's a rapist. And then you have the consensual stuff where the guards are banging the inmates and all. What? The fuck? You would cut out 99% of that if you don't have female guards in a male prison and male guards in a female, because the females are just as treacherous. Are they more likely to take it by force? No. But the manipulation will be in full effect. Not to mention the contraband that the guards bring in, the drugs, the phones. Why would you do that? Why would you have a female guard at a men's prison? She is a fucking liability. There's no female CO on earth who could hang with these male inmates. They have nothing to lose, some of them. Most of them have nothing to lose. The environment is savage. And you throw in, you got to show off in front of these dudes. You got to go hard. You got to be the most savage because you got to show everybody else in here that you're savage. It's bad enough when you see a male guard get mopped up. A female? There's a video floating around. Not too long ago, some female guard got up in an inmate's face and was telling him, yeah, go over here, do this. And he's like, yo, leave me alone. Don't say blah, blah, blah. Dude, he turned around and said, boom, good night. She was unconscious before she hit the floor. So what's the purpose of a female guard in a fucking male prison? What, to call other guards, to call male guards to come do something? So fucking stupid. Females in law enforcement is so fucking dumb. You got these women in harm's way for what? Just because they don't get mad because they want to have the boys' job too? Well, tough titty, said the kitty. You don't get to be in law enforcement. You're a chick. You can be a logistics supporter in the police department, but out in the field where the violence is and the danger? No. No. But no. You're a female. You're not built for that. Take your ass somewhere else. See these fucking female cops and they got their tattoos on their arm and in the patrol car putting on lip gloss. Girl, get the fuck out of here and go do something else. Now, if you want to have female cops and female guards, like I said, only deal with females, like female cops only go on calls with female perps, female suspects, fine. But you're trying to wrestle. You guys see the video? This dude was in a Mexican restaurant. 3-4 cops showed up, and the dudes were bitches too. They couldn't even take him down. 2 cops got fucking knocked out. And this some big sloppy dude. He stands up, bang, knocks one down. Bang, knocks the other one down. And the female cop is like trying to like hold his like. The female cop couldn't even keep his girlfriend out of the way. The girlfriend's like, "Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Get off me, bitch! I'm a police officer. If they're trying to effect an arrest and you're within the vicinity, you're in the radius of what's going on here, and I tell you to back up, and you push my hand away and say, "Don't touch me," you're going on the ground and you're getting cuffed. That's it. But she kept, no, don't touch me. She kept like trying to stop, and he's like, "Don't touch me, bitch. You see this badge and all this shit I got on my belt? If you don't back your fucking ass up in 2 seconds, I'm gonna slam you on the ground and put cuffs on you." We're not going back and forth. I'm not arguing with you. Stop. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. You saw. Let me show you one more time in case you forgot. Look at that fool. What's she gonna do? You got some big tatted up, yoked up inmate. The fuck she gonna do? Go in your cell, please, if you want to. Look at these fucking dorks. Fucking nerds. Hey, if you're going to get locked up, now's the time. Because if that's who's going to be keeping you inside, if that's Who's going to be in charge? You about to have fun in there. You about to have it's a blast. So you got Clay Travis. Matter of fact, let me tell you. Let me let her tell you what's going on. Do you think she might be one of the like a former lesbian WNBA player?
One last thing tonight. The entire world of women's sports is facing the debate within its own leagues of who should get to play and who should not. And a voice that often shouts loudly in that debate is a right-leaning outlet owned by Fox News called Outkick Sports. And today its founder took to a new stunt, one that really makes no sense if Outkick is really concerned about caring about women in women's sports. So Clay Travis, he's the man behind Outkick. He announced today he's offering $10 million to the winner of a game of basketball between a high school boys team of his choosing and the WNBA defending champions, the Las Vegas Aces. I thought to myself, why? But obviously the answer is because he thinks it is so impossible for any group of women, let alone the best in the game, that they could ever beat younger and more inexperienced boys. It's a thinly veiled sexist joke, revealing the actual truth of how he and his organization feel about women's sports. It's not about caring about them. They think women's sports are a joke.
Stop it. I think it's so silly. Like women like that, studs who dress like men. Stop. Anyway, 10 mil for a game. You heard her, for a game against a boys high school team. High school. They're not even done growing yet. Could you imagine if they played against a bunch of like other pros, like men in their 20s? Stop. But 10 million, like I told you, the entire payroll for the staff and players of the Las Vegas Aces is $7 million. You guys stand to make a $3 million profit. You know what you guys can do with that extra $3 million? You could start paying them more, because they're always complaining about, we want more money. There you go. There you go. 10 mil. Guys, would you get embarrassed in front of the world for 10 million by losing a game? Yeah. Yeah, I would. Sure would. Sure would. Carlos Love said, I could take a bunch of 40-year-old former Division III basketball players and wax any women's team fast. Yeah, could you imagine? But could you imagine the best high school, male high school players in the country against these fucking broads? You guys know that there have only been 27 slam dunks in the entire history of the WNBA. WNBA has been around for like 25 years or something. That's just over a dunk a season. You see 5-10 dunks a game in the NBA. A fast break dunk? It's not unusual. It's expected. 27 dunks in the entire history of the WNBA. I can understand the apprehension, because those boys are going to fucking dog walk those chicks. I hope they do it. Why not? This is your opportunity. Show these men once and for all, and you get to take their money. Not only do you get to embarrass them in your game that you're a professional at, you're the best. You're the best women's team. Not only do you get to embarrass these sexist, misogynist, racist, the company is owned by Fox. Racist. You get to whoop these dudes at their own game and take their money. What an opportunity. Take that $3 million, take that extra $3 million and split it up between the whole staff. I'm talking down to the water girl, towel girl, boy, whoever. Maybe it's a girl that identifies as a boy. Who knows? But imagine how many people are on this team and staff for the Las Vegas Aces. I'm talking everybody, groundskeepers, everybody. maybe 100 people, couple hundred, divided by 3 million. That's a nice little bonus. You call your girl like, hey, you're going to get cheese on that Whopper tonight, girl. Daddy got pizzade. Well, let's say there's 200 people on the staff for the Las Vegas Aces, and that's pushing it. 200 people. Well, let's do it anyway. Each person will get 15 grand. That's probably 100 people. 30 grand. Could you imagine getting a stack of $30,000? Just cuz? Cool. I like that. $10 million. And how come they're not all over it? How come every WNBA team is not all over that? How come the Las Vegas Aces didn't respond like, hell yeah, we'll take your money, fool? Name the time and the place. We're the baddest WNBA players in the world. Let's go. Why didn't they do that? Oh, we're not going to entertain that. Fuck that. Talking $10 million. We're going to entertain anything for $10 million. Especially when you fucking broads are like getting less than $1 million a year. What are they complaining about that? I only get $700,000 to fail. Carlos says he's taking everybody to Applebee's. Hell yeah. Hey, you know what? Go ahead and get something to go. What? Hell yeah. Get you a little to-go box. I'm feeling generous. That's so stupid. You got a chance to make $3 million. Gravy. And if you're so confident and you're the best and you're so insulted by this, go wax them. Go smack those boys around. Go put up 150 points on them. Yeah, right. They'll beat the shit out of the WNBA team. All that testosterone. Man, get out of here. You 16, 17 years old, man, you wake up. That thing's hard enough to cut diamonds. What did Richard Pryor say? My dick was harder than times in 29. Shit. Them boys are... Dude, alley-oop, 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 alley-oop. Man, them boys, they dunked the shit out of that. The basket would collapse from all the dunks. It'd be alley-oop, dunks, and three-point shots all day long. The women would never get a rebound. They'd never get a shot off because them boys, you know, some of those WNBA players, I mean, the tall ones like Brittany Griner are like 6'9". You think they don't got some 6'9", damn near 7-foot high school player? Man, them girls wouldn't see the basket. They wouldn't get inside the paint. It would be 198 to 0. Even if you got dudes coming off the bench, the backups would fuck the. Let's see it, Clay Travis. Let's see it, man. Why not? Why not do it? These are the same people that believe this.
We see trans people's rights being, stripped away from them. There's a lot of discourse around trans athletes and where they can compete in. I would welcome a trans athlete on my team or against my team anytime. I don't think it's a problem in the world. It's just another way to kind of attack trans people. We've seen players like Lasia Clarendon who stepped into that forefront and have been brave enough and courageous enough to kind of step up. So I guess that's the next battle that we have to fight.
So if you have people that believe that and say things like that, well, why wouldn't you play a bunch of boys, make an easy $3 million profit? Why not? See, and you look at the words she used. Michael Savage always says borders, language, culture. The language. Brave enough, courageous. Like they're coming out in a third world Muslim country where they'll chop your head off for being a lesbian. Brave. You're so brave and courageous to play a sport and get paid an exorbitant amount of money against weaker competition, and everybody knows it. No one says anything. That is pretty great. But does it take bravery and courage? No. No, it doesn't. You live in the greatest, most free, most generous, kind, willing to overlook your psycho bullshit country to ever exist. There's no bravery. There's no courage when it comes to a man playing against a bunch of women that he can easily beat. Zero courage, zero bravery necessary. That's one of the players. For sure, the coaches, the upper management, they don't believe that bullshit too.
For my height, for my ethnicity, I've been in those you shouldn't belong here many times. And for me, I don't want that space, especially Golden State, to ever feel like that. So I'm all about women, little girls deserving to play, and that includes trans women. So I'm all about inclusivity.
Inclusivity. If you don't let them play with chicks, they're not included. They're excluded. And that's women. That's the girl side. We don't want anyone to be left out. Come in. We feel bad if you're left out. I feel bad. Fellas, you ever hear your wife say that? I feel bad. I feel bad. I feel bad. I feel bad too, but that doesn't mean we're going to let that motherfucker in here. But inclusivity, everyone, everything, all the time. Everyone should be allowed to do whatever they feel. Yay. Good morning, kids. Inside my brain is a fucking children's show. Everybody, everything. E is for everything. E, everybody. No. The dudes can't play with the broads. But you have them, coaches. And she's like, I've been excluded. I've been discriminated against because of my height, my ethnicity. I've been told that I shouldn't be here. Look, I've been this color since I got here. Since the first time I said, November 9th, 1980, 5:46 p.m., Hinds County General Hospital, Jackson, Mississippi. It was a Sunday. Ever since that moment, I've been this color. No one's ever said to me, you don't belong here. You can't be here. No one ever said that to me. And I grew up around a bunch of white folks and a bunch of Mexicans. And guess what? Mexicans can be racist as fuck too. I had Mexicans drop the N-bomb on me. I had a Mexican girl, I couldn't date her because I was black. Her family wasn't having that shit. But even none of them said, you don't belong here. Shut the fuck up. And yeah, guess what? People are going to have those feelings. And people might make you feel that way. But you got to soldier on. You got to keep moving. You got to be like the tip of one of those ice-breaking ships up in the Arctic. Yeah, there's some hard shit up here, but you just got to smash through it. That's that. If you don't, the water's going to freeze around you and you're going to be stuck. You won't be able to go anywhere. You just got to smash through it. If people even say that. This can be an assumption. Well, I feel like that's what they meant. I feel. But you have people on the inside who are, come on in, take our jobs, hurt us. Yes, take our opportunities. Take our awards. Take our positions. Come on in. Because inclusivity, and you want everybody to feel. I don't want anybody to feel left out. Like, that feels bad. I don't like bad feelings. I don't like to feel bad. I feel bad. You fucking idiots. I feel like everybody. And it's so you're so brave and courageous. No, you're not. You're in America. You're not brave and courageous for beating up chicks on the court. We don't hand out awards for that. Not yet. Not yet. And I don't mean to be offensive to ladies. You know what I mean. You know that girl part of your brain. Women aren't incapable of being logical, but you know, that girly brain. That girly brain, that'll get you. Carla says, Mississippi. Boy, don't you know the history of racism in Mississippi? Al Sharpton voice. You kidding me? As soon as I was born, I felt the weight of racism. It's like gravity. It's like, you know, those gravitrons, those rides at the fair that spin around, and like you try to sit up and it slams you back into the seat because of gravity. I felt that. I felt that shit as soon as I was born. With my little baby brain was like, racism, that's what that is. I felt it. You know what I mean? There was so much racial pressure because being born in the South, like you're closer to that gravitational pull of racism. So I was like fighting my way through as soon as I was born. There was so much racial pressure in the hospital in Mississippi in 1980. Almost 46 years ago. You know how long ago that was? Like, you're like so old. One of the hostesses at the restaurant I work at last week asked her, how old are you? She was like, how old do you think I am? I was like, fuck, I don't know. I was like 22, 23. She was like, I'm 20. You thought I was 23? I was like, what's wrong with that? She was like, that's old. You think 23 is old? Oh, holy shit. But anyway, 46 years ago, guys. What up, Sonny? 46 years ago, almost 46 years. You know how heavy the weight of racism was in Mississippi? How heavy is it? It was so heavy that my dad didn't even have to cut the umbilical cord. The racial pressure, it severed the umbilical cord. That's how heavy the pressure of racism was in Mississippi in 1980 when I was born. And I still carry the weight to this day. You know what? There's some people who actually believe that shit. Some people actually believe that. But you know what I mean when I say the girly rain. That part. That's right. Brad Armstrong, like a knife, just severed it. That's how bad the racial pressure was. In Mississippi, whew. But they're ushering it in. Come on in, Ku Klux Trans. Come on in. Racism, stop it. That is so ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. But that's what they believe. And I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. Like I mentioned earlier, like the hens waving the foxes into the hen house. Come on in, kill us. I was like, so weird. That's right, Andrew Justice. He said 1980 circa the Stone Age. I'm telling you. It was so long ago. Almost 46 years, fool. Right? But anyway, these Ku Klux Trans members, here's a sample. Here's a snippet of what they want. They want these Ku Klux Trans members to come on in. They want these dudes with ponytails. Hey, girl. High five. She's like, ow. Sorry. Sometimes I don't know my own strength, girlfriend. With like a little handbag on his big ass arm and his big fucking hairy knuckles and his fingernails are all done. Like, don't these slay the T girl? Yeah. Like if a monster or something was trying to dress like a girl in a Bugs Bunny cartoon, and like his feet would be sticking out of the high heel with his big monster toenail. Duh, you want to go out on a date? He's this big old monster, like shoved into the women's clothes. Okay, this is what they want. But here's a little snippet, an example of who they want in the league with them. Guys, you know that chest bump hurt. You know, when he chest bumped that chick, she was like, ow, you hurt my titty. You know, that shit hurt. That's what it would look like. The domination. The going to the hoop, nobody can stop him. Snatching rebounds. I didn't see any other ladies out there acting like that. Everybody else out there looked pretty ladylike. No one was snatching them like, yeah, motherfucker. Oh. Remember that South Park episode where Macho Man Randy Savage became trans and he started winning all the women's Olympic events and weightlifting and all that shit? 6'3". That fool is 6'3", taller than most of the chicks in the WNBA. They look tall because they're like 6 foot, 5'11". There's a few, albos out there. That's Spanish for tree. There's a few trees out there, but just because, like I mentioned, Brittany Griner, isn't she 6'8", 6'9"? That don't mean shit. She'll still get fucked up by that dude 6'3". That's their big man. Shaquille O'Neal is 7'2", 300 plus pounds. That's a big man. Brittany Griner is 6'8" or 9", 180, 175. When she was in that Russian prison, 125. Young Shaq, whatever age Brittany Griner is, she's like 35 or something like that, 30-something. Have Shaq at that same age. Have her fucking keep him from going to the hoop. 35-year-old Shaq going to the damn hoop. Wasn't he on the fucking Lakers then? Or maybe even the Heat? We still had a few miles in the tank. Brittany Griner at under 200 pounds. At 200 pounds, maybe, against Shaq. You're not serious. This is not serious. This is clown talk. This is funny time. What? You're going to stop this French frog from dude, you see how aggressive that dude was? And he said if the WNBA offered him a contract, he wouldn't say no. If you let that fool, we were talking about Pitbulls earlier, you let that Pitbull into the WNBA, it's OVER. He'll snatch the rebound, put him on the team, the Fever, with Caitlin Clark. He'll snatch the rebound with zero contest. Ain't nobody going up against him. Stick one of those elbows out and shatter her face. Snatching the rebound, throwing it down the court to Caitlin Clark, who's already posted up in her favorite spot, catch and shoot, probably have time for a dribble. 3-pointers. She doesn't want to shoot you more 3-pointers. Ditch it to that man child, that lady boy, that lady man. Dish it to him on the inside. Ain't nobody stopping him from going. Did you not see that? Did you not see the ease with which he scored? Nobody was in front of him. Most of the girls were looking back like this or looking up like that. No, like inclusivity, like everything all the time. Like, yeah, okay. So he fucking takes your job, you dumbass. So stupid. Ugh. Anyway, you guys want some good gun? Hell yeah. Bro, man, dude, he says a team of Jordan and Bird would decimate all women competition for eternity. They would fucking decimate all male competition too. A bunch of Birds and Jordans. Oh my God. See ya. NBA, just pencil them in NBA finals every year, and then the only mystery is who they're going to play. For sure. But man, a high school boys team would fucking knock their teeth out. They would get fucking curb stomped. What did Major Payne say? He should be monkey stomped and have his brains mailed back to his mother. Yeah, they would get fucking destroyed. Let's get some good guns, shall we? Yeah. You deserve that after talking about this shit. Shit. Here we go. Dad to the rescue.
We have new details today in a Grove City shooting. As court records show, the suspect admitted he lured a man to his apartment after learning of allegations of sexual assault involving his child. 31-year-old Malik Chandler is charged with felonious assault. Police say he shot the man Thursday night at the apartment complex on Hopper Drive. Investigators say Chandler told detectives he invited him over after hearing of the sexual assault allegations. Court records show Chandler fired multiple shots when he believed the man was reaching for a gun. We talked to neighbors today who heard those gunshots.
My husband said that's gunfire. Next thing I know, there's police officers everywhere.
Court documents do not specifically say that the shooting victim is the person accused of the sexual assault. Chandler is charged with one count of felonious assault.
Why? Why was he arrested? Why was he put in handcuffs? He posed as the 11-year-old girl to get the fool to come over there. Shot right off the... What? You came over here thinking I was 11? Shot. He didn't get him. He didn't take him out. He didn't take away his addiction to oxygen. Unfortunately, hopefully, if that guy ends up in jail, the inmates will test out his anal integrity every day. Perfect good gun. Bad guy, predator, pervert, shot. 11? How else was that supposed to end? What else was supposed to happen to this dude? Why is it that not only why is the father not released, why is he not released to the cheers of his fellow citizens? Why do the police, why isn't the fire department there with like crossed water streams, water cannons, so this guy could walk underneath it? Why is the local National Guard not there with their fucking sabers up in the air like a wedding? Why are their sabers not crossed so this man could walk under it? Why is there no 21 gun salute at the same time? Why is the mayor not waiting at the end of this tunnel of people to give him a key to the city? Why is Miss so-and-so, whatever city that was, why is she not standing there in her gown, her roses that she got when she won with her sash on to give him a kiss on the cheek? Why is this father not riding through the center of town to the cheers of a parade, sitting in the back of a convertible, Kennedy style, waving to the crowd? In other words, why is this father not being hailed as a hero? Why is the local owner of some business say, you know what, we went ahead and paid off his house? Why is the dealer, the owner of a car dealership, not saying, you know what, man, we saw your story, we got for you a brand new car? Because if you roll up in somebody's house thinking you're going to meet up with an 11-year-old, pop, pop, bang, bang, pop, 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 pop. Is that not how it's supposed? What am I missing? Did we watch something different? What up, Aaron M? I don't know. I thought that story was beautiful. I thought that story was beautiful. The only thing that would have made it better is if somebody was room temperature. Yeah, bro, man, dude, 11. You're out of here. Rat. Right? That was wonderful. So, hey, kudos. Cheers to you, Father. That was beautiful. I hope you're out soon. You always hear these ghetto motherfuckers, yo, free so-and-so, free. Yo, free this dude. Free that man. Those are the ones who really deserve freedom. Free that dude. Yeah, Brad Armstrong, he should at least free Starbucks for life, free fucking chili dogs down at Wiener Schnitzel, something. Damn. What up, Sheldon? Thanks again, man. Coming through with a strong super chat. Guess it's nothing less than a C note with you, Sheldon, and I'm okay with that. Thank you very much for being here. He says, late, but happy to be here. It's all good, man. Like I tell everybody, you're here now. That's water under the bridge. Yeah, Brad Armstrong, a coupon for free ammo. Yeah, the local gun shop. What caliber did you have? What caliber did you use? There you go. You'll never have to buy another bullet in this city. That's a guarantee. But thank you, Sheldon. I appreciate that, man. And I, of course, I was telling my wife about the Go See My Brother fund that you started last week. And again, thank you for that. And thank you again for this. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, that father should be, he should be treated like the first 5 minutes of coming to America. The royal penis is clean, Your Highness. You know what I mean? You just go like this. Somebody brushes your teeth. Somebody's putting your shoes on. Put your arms out. They put your clothes on. Step on rose petals. You guys see where I'm going with this? Hero. Good for you, Dad. Anti-hero. Stephen A. Smith. And the A is for apology. He gave a half-hearted, and I've mentioned this before, I fucking hate half-ass apologies. What's a half-ass apology to me? When somebody says, hey, man, I'm sorry I did that. If I could take it back, I would. Yeah, no shit. I'm sorry, but. No buts. You're just sorry. Be sorry. That's it. I'm sorry that I did this. I'm sorry that it hurt your feelings. That's it. No, I would take it back if I could. Or I only did it because. Or even the worst ones. Well, if you hadn't. That kind of shit. Just apologize. Nope. That's it. Just say you're sorry. That's all. Can't stand that bullshit. But he gave this half-hearted apology where he says, I'm sorry that I did that. But the reason I did it was, all this pressure and blah, blah, blah. No excuse, bruh. No excuse. You know who else was under pressure? The same pressure as you, from employers, from family members, from society in general. Let's see it. That's right, comment section. Put your hand up. Us. Every single day. We face the same pressure as you, probably more. Some of us I was working at Trader Joe's at the time. I was face to face with people. I was face to face with assholes like you. Preachy on a soapbox, finger wagging, looking down their nose. Oh, you didn't get vaccinated? I did. I got a booster. I told them, put it in my butthole this time. So, don't want to hear it. And Stephen A. Smith, you endured this pressure with millions and millions of dollars in your bank account. Money doesn't buy happiness, man. Get you to the fucking doorstep. This pressure and these issues he had to deal with. It's a lot easier with a bunch of zeros in that fucking bank statement, right? So don't give a fuck. Don't want to hear it. Don't care that, no, my boss told me if I didn't do this, it's my livelihood. We were all under that pressure. It got to the point in Trader Joe's where if you weren't vaccinated, you had to take a test every week. And that negative test would buy you 7 more days of employment. Oh, thank you, sir. I castrate myself before you, oh great ruler, Trader Joe's. Thank you for scraping the crumbs of 7 days upon my head, almighty ruler. So I don't want to hear that bullshit, Stephen A. Smith. But before we get to his apology, let's hear what he said about Kyrie Irving 4 years ago in the thick of it.
I am of the position that because you got cats to go to Brooklyn, that because the league mandate is what it is, and because 99% of the league ultimately made the sacrifice because they got a job to do, you should have done it too. You disagree. You talk about putting self in your body and all of this other stuff, and I respect that, but I disagree because my hope, listen, and bottom line is this, I didn't necessarily want to take the vaccine, but I was going to because I knew it was the right thing to do, specifically because my employer says, listen, you got to work. You got a team to look out for. This is what our conditions are. I'm looking at millions upon millions of people across the country. This is what the mandate is. I'm looking at the NBA. A lot of your teammates did not want to take the vaccine, but they did it. You are holding out. Fine. But in the process of holding out, just understand, you could potentially cost your team a championship because what?
So because you don't believe in this and you're not taking the vaccine, you could potentially cause your team a championship. He says that he got the vaccine because it was the right thing to do. Well, despite what people say, your truth, oh my God, your story, live your truth. There's only truth and lies. There's only right and wrong. There's only male and female. So if Stephen A. Smith says that he did the right thing by getting the vaccine, there only leaves one other option for people who did not get it. You did the wrong thing. You should have gotten it because of everybody else. That was our real moment. You know, your parents tell you, well, so-and-so jumped off a bridge. You're going to jump off the bridge too? That was our moment. Did you jump off the bridge? Because so-and-so did it, because so-and-so said that you're bad if you don't. So-and-so said they're not going to come visit you or you can't visit them because you don't get it. So-and-so said that you killed your grandma. Remember Sloppy Joe? They wheeled him out there after they filled his belly with butterscotch pudding and hard candies. And he said, that seat next to you that's empty, that was your grandma. You killed her. And the mandates, he mentioned the mandate. Yeah, we felt that pressure too. And now he's going to give his, oh, well, you know, I was thinking it this way and I didn't know about and all the unknowns. Yeah, there were some unknowns, but there were some knowns too. Like herd immunity would have worked. Like we would get through it. Like it's just another thing that we would have to deal with and our bodies would build a natural immunity to it. Get outside, sunshine, vitamin D, exercise, proper diet. Oh, you guys, these words even taste bad in my mouth. Gross. You thought it was bad hearing them? Try saying it. Ugh. Exercise and diet and go outside. Blech. But we were saying that. Well, all those things you said, well, we didn't know. We knew the information, where it came from. We fucking knew. We were saying it. People like you were getting on TV and say, I wear an expensive suit and I have cameras. So what I say is the truth. You're a piece of shit because you didn't get it. You're costing your team a championship. You're being selfish. Aaron M., don't come in here. It's bad enough that you're late. Don't come in here talking about drinking water. Name me one good thing that water does for the human body. I bet you can't. The nerve. Bro, man, dude, I thought you were on my side. Go for a walk. You mean put one foot in front of the other? Water? What the fuck? What's wrong with you guys? You guys are real fucking play today, and I don't like it. But you'll see. I'll play the clip for you right now. He's talking. Gator what? Sheldon, you come on, man. I still got your donation up here, and you're going to talk some Gatorade shit? What are you talking? Electrolytes? Replenishing? Putting good things in your body? What the fuck happened to you? Immune system? You guys are fucking tripping. Well, Stephen, go ahead. Stephen Apology Smith.
I didn't want to take the vaccine, but I took it. I looked at it as being selfish.
And I watched Dr. Fauci on Capitol Hill yesterday. And the person I thought about most was Kyrie Irving because of the heat that he was taking. And now folks were piling on because that was just the latest transgression in their eyes that he was committing. I spoke out against Kyrie Irving. Years ago, as we learned and gathered more information, still not condemning Dr. Anthony Fauci, not saying that everything that he said was wrong, still so much unknown about the pandemic, the coronavirus, its origin, its true, total, specific impact.
Its true, total, specific impact. We didn't know. When we saw Fauci up there, he's talking about when Fauci was speaking in front of the Senate, and all he kept saying was, under advisory of counsel, I plead the Fifth Amendment and my right under the Constitution. That's what he kept saying. He wouldn't answer anything. Why wouldn't you? If you did what did Stephen A. Smith say? He did the right thing. So if you did the right thing and you were telling people, you were giving people information that was true and rooted in science and the latest information, why wouldn't you sit up there on Capitol Hill and say, this is why I did it. I thought I was doing the right thing. Here are the numbers to support it. Instead of just saying, I plead the Fifth. Instead of doing a bad impression of Dave Chappelle in that episode of the Chappelle Show where he says, I plead the Fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, Phil. Remember that? He basically did that. So why wouldn't you do that? So now you have people like Stephen A. Smith who claim claiming that they somehow feel betrayed by Anthony Fauci, like, oh, we believed you. So you just abandon all common sense and just believe everything that Fauci told you? You believe everything that the CDC told you? Even though the CDC posted information one time and then remember they took it down? Oops. Yes, they have the acronyms and the National Center for this and the federal this and that. And they got their podiums and their microphones and their suits and their security. But we're talking like, blah, blah, blah. Let's say whatever they want to say. It boils down to you going into an office somewhere or a fucking CVS parking lot and having them put some juice in your body. That's what it comes down to. That's where the rubber meets the vagina. No. That's not how it goes. Rubber meets the road, I think. Oof. But that's where it gets real. That's ground zero. Say what they want, mandate all they want, but it comes down to you sitting down, rolling up your sleeve, and having them inject something in you. So despite all that stuff that I don't know. Like, did you have common sense? Did you just blow past that? Did you just silence the little voice in your head and just get the shot, the poke? Did you not have any common sense in the first place? No voice that told you? I don't know. I mean, the latter would be, but the former would be worse. Hearing that voice and ignoring it. That's worse than not having one at all. My opinion doesn't matter. Hey man, I'm glad you found me. Don't let YouTube keep us apart. Who is YouTube to stand between you and I? Broman Dude says, just a psychopath destroying the world for attention. I'll see your psychopath and raise you a sociopath. Aaron M says, grandma literally died in senior living, hospice, and we couldn't be with her. I'll never forgive these freaks. I understand that. At my stepdad's funeral, it was capped at 10 people. It was outdoors. I'm pretty sure most of us can muster up more than 10 people to come send us off into the afterlife. So a lot of people couldn't make it. And we have family members that, oh, well, you guys didn't get the poke, we can't see you, and all this. Yeah, all that bullshit, that ripple effect, that shockwave that went out through all of our lives. And we're supposed to forgive Stephen A. Smith. And you heard him. I didn't want to take it, but I did. Well, that was your choice, man. But then for you to shit on people like Kyrie Irving and people like us who are dealing with the same shit, by shitting on him, shitting on his beliefs, shitting on his choice, you're shitting on us. I did the right thing. No, you did the wrong thing, fuckface. You did the wrong thing. Now you got that shit percolating inside of your body, laying dormant. Whatever that shit was. That's right. And what happened to the flu? Flu numbers dropped. You mean you guys had the power to make the flu go away the whole time? Why didn't you keep doing that? Do it forever. Don't let the flu come back. You made that shit disappear. Yo, you guys remember that? You guys remember that? Do you remember 2020 to like 2022, 23? You guys remember that? Don't you ever forget that shit. Don't you ever forget that. Don't you ever forget how they painted you. People in your personal life, people in social media, traditional media, politics, whatever little fucking virgin prick with the little keychain on the side that they use and let it go and it retracts automatically, who refused you entry into the grocery store somewhere you wanted to go because you didn't have on a mask. Don't you ever forget that shit. That's what they are hoping for. That's what they're betting on, that you forget. That's right, Aaron, the dancing nurses. Remember Stephen Colbert got up there and had the people dressed as needles doing the dance? Remember these played out has-been actors that they dusted off? Juvenile, DMC. Remember that shit? Vax that ass up. Man, you better get it. Blah, blah. You better get it. You better get it. Ladies, stop having sex with your man until he gets vaccinated. This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. If you don't get it, you can't go here. You can't attend this. You can't go watch this. You can't go see that. You can't eat here. And then next week, when I feel like it, opening up the next tier, the next color, what is it? Purple, yellow, orange. Whenever I feel like decreeing down to you peasants that you may now go to the park. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Shit on me, piss on me. And they just fucking shit, piss all over us. Look at them. And they throw their scraps in our mouth. Thank you. More piss, more shit. Hey, you fucking idiots. When I'm done at the French Laundry, when I'm done getting my hair done, when I'm done going to the beach with my family, when my children come back from school, yours can't go, but my children are in private schools who never stopped, who never closed down, who never had that weird 2-year fuck up in their life with unforeseen mental damage. When I am done doing what I want to do, going where I want to go while you little fuckers are locked up in your house, then I will allow you to go to and from certain places. If you're not an essential worker, stay in your residence. Essential workers, go out into the world and be essential, but you better be essential. Law enforcement's going to be there to make sure you're essential. Get up, mask, sit down, no mask, pull down the mask, food in your mouth, chew, pull down the mask, put more food, put it up, chew, pull the mask down, drink, put the mask back up. So what about people in wheelchairs? They didn't get COVID because they're always sitting down. You're in the restaurant, when you sit down, you can take your mask off. So they're just rolling around, fucking unCOVIDed because they're staying this high. Don't you ever forget that shit. And that little squirrel, rat-handed fucking fink little bastard. Oh, Anthony Fauci, I believed in all of the science and all of that there. You fucking little bitch. Don't forget it, people. Remember what they said on TV about you? You. People like Kyrie Irving. Oh, he's a nut. He believes in, he's a shaman. Believe the science. We believe the science. In this house, we believe this. And Black Lives Matter. You can't go out to church, but you can go out to throw bricks. You can't worship your God, but you can go out and worship whatever this latest thing we want you to be pissed off about. George Floyd, 5 funerals, golden casket. What? Don't you ever forget that. Don't forget when Nancy Pelosi said, George Kirby. She didn't say George Lloyd. Maybe she was thinking about George Floyd and she just watched Back to the Future and she was thinking about Christopher Lloyd. Okay, George Lloyd, I got it. George Moyd, Void, Boyd. No, she said George Kirby. That's not even close. That means they didn't give a fuck. They were using it as a way to keep your ass locked down. And if you want some kind of provocateur, you need to stay indoors. We only need people out here who are willing to burn shit down. Literally and physically. Like, we want you to help burn down the system, but some of you really need, go out there, burn shit. Go. Remember that? Kyle Rittenhouse. That was during all that bullshit. That's why he was up there. Motherfuckers are rioting, stealing and killing. Man, what a weird, fucked up time that was. And I wish that happened before my kids were born, so they didn't get any of the residue on them. But my kids were in school. They were at home, sitting in the living room, Zooming, Skyping. Remember that shit? When it was the kid's birthday, they would come in this procession in their cars in front of the house and honk and hold up signs because no contact. What? No proms, no graduations for these kids. No classroom interaction, no interaction with other kids. No swapping of germs and building that immune system. No reprieve from kids who have shitty households, abusive parents. Just shitty home lives. No reprieve from that, no break, no chance to have a slice of happiness and probably see the one teacher that cares about them, probably brings them clothes, brings them extra food, listens to them, gives them attention. No? Gonna forget about that. And we don't know how that's gonna affect them. We don't know how this juice, how this goop, this experimental radioactive shit that they injected into millions of us, and they want us to believe that they got it. You think Sloppy Joe sat there and got that shit? You think Klaus Schwab, that fucking ghoul, you think he sat there and fucking got that shit? Come on. If you believe that, stay tuned after this. I got some magic beans I want to sell your ass. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. It's going to be a late night. We have a concert at the hotel, so it's about to be cracking. So I want to spend some time with the fam bam before I get out of here and work my culinary magic. But yeah, seriously, guys, don't forget about that shit. Don't you ever. That's the one thing that they're banking on, is that we forget. Because if we forget, they'll do that shit again. If you think those same dummies aren't waiting, those same little junior Nazi fuckers that were, you didn't get that pump, you can't come in here. The power that they fucking the power that people like that were given by way of the vaccine and the mandates and all that shit. You think they're not waiting for that opportunity again? You think they're not waiting to cut off more family members or wield more power and put more signs in their front yard? This house really believes in science. We really believe that Black Lives Matter. You know, everybody should be able to fuck everybody, whenever, wherever. You think they're not waiting to do that again? They'll be even worse the next time. Kennedy says, what kinds of food do I cook at work? Pizzas, burgers, steaks, chicken, seafood, salads, all the appetizer type things, bologneses and birria and all kinds of shit. It's like so crazy. And this is great. I love the job. Not a big fan of the hours, not being home at night, but you know, c'est la vie. But doing it, like cooking and all that, yeah, this is what I was made to do. And it was really cool because one of the things I was thinking before I got the job was, you know, how do my skills really stack up? Do I really know how to cook? Do I really, you know, because yeah, at home and whatever, I'm the man. But how does it stack up in the real world? You know, you want to know, I always know how your skill, whatever it is, you want to know how it stacks up. And yeah, I'm good. Good to go. Always looking for another challenge. Sheldon, again, thank you, man. You know, just knocking it out of the park. Once again, thank you. He says, grow channel tax. Hey, I like taxes when they work for me, right? Just kidding. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. All you guys for being here, all your input. Thanks for the good vibes, man. Brad, dude. No, Chevy, it's not a pleasure. The work is. I don't mind it. I like the fast pace, you know, stereotypical line in a restaurant. What up, Faith B? You know, hey, blah, blah, blah. People shouting orders, putting things in the window. You got flames over here on the grill. And fuck, yeah, it's wild. I love that. That fast pace, bing, bang, boom. You know, we've had 3 or 4 hour stretches where it's just pedal to the metal, constantly making shit. 5 pizzas in the oven. All 6 burners got something on them on the stove, making this, flipping that, stirring this, spinning that, moving things, moving pizzas into different spots of the oven, spinning them around, all that stuff. Just this symphony, this controlled chaos. You know, it looks to the people outside eating, it just looks like fucking blah, 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 crazy shit, people moving around. But, you know, when you know what you're doing, it's wild. No, I don't smoke, but a lot of people do. Yeah, a true chef, Kennedy, for sure. A true chef, lying on the line, yeah, shouting shit out, different codes, blah blah blah. I need this work. You know, hey, what's up with this? Oh, it's working. Fucking drop this. Yeah, it's wild. Love it. But that's what I'm about to go do after I spend a little time with the fam bam. So I appreciate you guys. Good looking out again, Sheldon. Thank you for your generosity, man. I appreciate that a lot. And to all you guys, I'll catch you next Friday and wonder what kind of wild ass shit we'll be talking about then. But remember, if you forget everything else that I said today, just remember this. I'm out.
Fuck us!